what we've come to see in the last couple of days is, as before with other high-profile events, and I'm going to try not to be too specific, but we see a bullying still of the small content creator, say that metaphorically, who's going to report on current events. And this is why this is problematic. That's definitely like social engineering and mind control, when we're encouraged to not even report on things that are taking place. The other thing that I want to add is there's a lot of backlash against people the last few years that I have reported on inconsistencies, even if they haven't jumped on the bandwagon of certain types of thought, even if they're outside the left-right paradigm. And I'm telling you, it seems like the media, and this goes back years, deliberately shows factual inconsistencies to deliberately get an online discussion going, to deliberately then attack the independent media, while we're being social engineered, as well as the children, the younger millennials and their children, kids having kids, being conditioned to believe in the absurd. And I've talked about the idea of the psyops to condition the people to believe the absurd at least 10 years ago on Access TV. I gave examples then during the Bush administration, also during the Obama administration, talking about manufactured schizophrenia or controlled schizophrenia, which my former guest Kyle Reardon used to describe Trump. It can also be used to describe Obama. We can have like, hey, peace, love, blah, 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 Obama, coexist sticker over here when the drone attacks continue. So we're being conditioned to believe whatever being told in the media and to stay out of, it's like that old saying, children should be seen and not heard. Small YouTube creators without people having their back should only report on things that the big boys aren't reporting. So that's my story. That's what we're covering. That's what we're covering today. If you look at my past reports on the individual, I talked about how I could see how some people could be responding to some of the things in the media and things that are described as media messaging, and they can act on it. Even some of that narrative is scoffed at on both the left and the right. Both the left and the right will scoff at particular views, that there is an attempt to format a population, a large population, on both the left and the right, that will carry out certain things to then hurt others in the political arena that aren't hitting the streets with their angst. You see, it's one thing to vote for somebody. It's one thing to debate. It's one thing to become a YouTuber. It's one thing to go out and debate others. It's another to think that we change society by marching in the street or by stopping someone else from marching in the street. This is sport fight nonsense MMA. Might as well hand everybody a Coca-Cola and a Pepsi on the other side, and then have them throw bottles at each other. And they can have a Pepsi versus Coca-Cola can war. And so Pepsi or Coke may prevail. So you get the idea here that we're also having to deal with fear. And we're being educated, we're being social engineered by YouTube and others to not have conversations about coming together. Okay, so we're seeing this type of hierarchy where the president can say something and MSNBC can say something, but the smaller YouTube content creator really doesn't have a stake in the matter. Even if they have been against the far right, we still have no one's back, as if it really is the same system. And the real people are the people that have divided into left and right. They're the ones that have been played. They're the ones that can't see that it's the exact same system. It's the exact same banker bailout plan that we're on, the exact same quantitative easing, the exact same Federal Reserve, the exact same foreign policy. It just gets worse. So it's never the exact foreign policy because it's always getting worse. And so this is the dysfunctional society. Hey, YouTube, would it be okay, moderators, if I said what Trump said? Would that be okay with you? Will you confirm that for manual review? Trump said that Americans must unify after Florida man arrested in bomb plot targeting Democrats. And so that is the news there. Certainly won't say any more names now. Certainly I'll just be very careful and broad. President Trump called on Americans to come together shortly after a Florida man was arrested. Okay, so this is where you have people that are running around playing the left-right paradigm, right? When their own boy, their own guy, their own numero uno is saying certain things. So if they're going to be on this fake, and who are you defending? Fake. Oh, you're going to call Donald Trump fake now? You're going to call Donald Trump fake now? Then just do it. No, just do it. Call Donald Trump fake news for saying that the event was real. Take it out on Pence. So it either happened or it didn't happen. Here's what I think is going on, and then we'll go to the next video. Smallest violin playing for the left-right paradigm. They are amping the people up. Also, the media will show some weird inconsistencies with the van and other things. The reason I said what I said is like, look, folks, you don't understand. There are people that like drive like that in Colorado with those types of stickers, new, old. But people are saying that the stickers and what was on the van is changing. And I haven't actually confirmed that. But you need to stay away from questionable sources if you're going to go down that road. That means staying away from 4chan. That means staying away from InfoWars. If something is legitimate, they're not going to be the sole source of news and information. I mean, this is something that intelligent people said about Alex Jones years ago. It's not so much some of what he says, it's his version of it. Anything legitimate will already have been reported on, or there should be some information on it. There may be certain things that he breaks. Those are some of the things that are questionable. And as I said before in a recently demonetized video, Alex Jones seems to be placed there, whether he has handlers or not, to act like he's predicting everything. And it's playing into a Messiah complex. It's playing into the most dangerous game. And so the most dangerous game, where psychological operations create radicals on both the left and the right, ready to go to war with each other, falsely thinking that that brings change that we can believe in to make America great again from either the left perspective or right perspective. And they're just using the president as something to fight over. And so because we've seen some of these things happen in the streets, and we've seen Jeremy Christian, we do have evidence of people of different political ideologies doing crazy things. So if someone's going to go fake news, they need to take some things up with the president and not make this about the left-right paradigm.